Halifax Plantation Golf Club here in Ormond Beach, Florida, the United States. Our golf course opened in 1993 with the golf course, and then the clubhouse and amenities came on board about 1996. We're here today because we're finally doing a greens renovation project. Typically, Bermuda grass greens in Florida need to be renovated within about 30 years of when you opened your course, and we're almost at that mark. So we're putting in new grass. We're putting a new state-of-the-art grass called Champion Turf. You can find it on a number of PGA Tour sites and some of the best clubs in the United States. So right now that's what our project is. We're doing preparation for the greens, and next week the grass comes. It comes in the form of sprigs, spread it out like a straw, and over the next 6 to 8 weeks it becomes a state-of-the-art, high-quality grass for our greens.
Is there any championship program going through, or you running a championship program
As far
or
as
tournament?
we don't really have any champion tournaments here. It's all local events, whether it's from our members here at the Halifax Plantation, or it could be Florida State Golf Association events. Once in a while we pick up a collegiate event. There's a number of colleges in our area, and sometimes we'll host their tournament. But we're mostly here for the members and the Halifax Plantation community.
How many times do you try to maintain this golf course?
Well, it's maintained daily. You can't get away from being daily. The most intense time of year is when the temperatures warm up. Typically at the low and the high for a day equals 150 degrees. Our grass there in Florida, warm weather grass, grows very aggressively. It takes a lot of intense maintenance on a daily basis. Once you get into the cooler time, which is kind of a November through March time frame here, the grass will go dormant and not grow very much. And then we work on other areas of the golf course, trees and things like that keep us busy during that time of year.
What about the challenges that you've been facing? Is there any challenge?
Well, the biggest challenge is just making golf work financially. We've had a couple of we're new owners here the past 3.5 years, and we've gone through 1 year we had double the rainfall that you normally have in a year, so our golf rounds were down. And then we also went through the pandemic that a lot of the world has seen. The pandemic, in a small way, has helped the golf business because being outdoors is deemed a safe necessity for the United States, and so a lot of golf has been played. It did havoc with our inside food and beverage business. But the biggest, just trying to bring enough golfers and generate enough revenue to pay for your projects. It's a challenge here in Florida because the golf courses might be a little bit oversupplied right now.
We're talking about irrigation. Do you have challenges in the irrigations, and how many water do you have to get before you can maintain this golf course?
Well, we have the original irrigation system. It's what they call a double row. You have heads lining both sides of the golf hole. We're closing in on 30 years for that. Obviously, it's needs constant repair with sprinkler heads and some of the electrical components. The pipe is fine, and down the road, probably in the next 5 to 10 years, we'll have to look at replacing the irrigation system.
So how many members do you have? Talking about membership.
Well, we're really a semi-private club, so we don't. It's never been operated to attract a lot of members. So we're in about 150 member category. I think with the renovation and what that's going to do to the golf course, we're going to make a little push to try to grow that membership, and I could see us maybe being 200 to 250 in a couple of years.
Have you worked with Mr. Scott before? Is this the first time you're working with Mr. Scott?
This is the first time for me. Certainly he has a great reputation. He's been around a long time and worked for some of the best architects, and we're kind of fortunate because some of the work we're doing kind of popped up with the reshaping of some greens that we didn't plan on doing. It was great to have him in the area, and he kind of made himself available, which was really nice. So it's working out real well. I know we're very impressed with the work he's done.
So talking about today's work, what can you say about that?
Well, we're trusting him to reshape 2 greens, which is the putting green and our hole number 3. That's the significant changes we're making to the greens, and we're using his expertise and his feel for shaping turf and the ground around the turf. And he's working with our managing partner, Noel Tuck, but he's been taking the lead really, and it's working out well. We have 2 impressive greens right now.
They always say playing golf is expensive. What is your take on that?
I don't think that's really true. You can spend a lot of money if you go to some really high-end resorts, but some of those settings are worth that. But I know in the United States, where do you go for 4 or 5 hours and play on a per-hour basis? It's pretty affordable golf. We're a mid-price course. We're going to be a $50 golf course. So if you're a member, your cost will be a little bit less than that because you play more often. You're just paying dues. But it's It's hard to find activities you can do for 4 or 5 hours. The big thing in Florida is going to Disney World, and just to walk in Disney World or those resort parks there, you're in excess of $100 just to walk in before you buy your food and things like that. So
You
it's
have
also
only
affordable.
you have only the aged, but I've not seen any youth member over here.
Say that again.
You have only aged, like people who have grown, but
Well,
not only the youth.
Well, we're in a community that's more attractive to the people that are retiring, but part of the renovation for the golf course and having more modern greens is going to bring younger people. We have a layout that's an awesome layout that was done by Bill Amick, 30 years ago, and you can play any length golf course. We can go up as long as 7,000 yards to as short as 4,800. But you got to have good greens if you want to get the younger people, and that's what's getting ready to happen.
Thank you very much.
Who gets access to it? But it's a start. You got to, a lot of countries only have one course, and next thing you know, they got hundreds of
Yeah.
them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're just about halfway with the putting green now. Yeah. Another hour we'll have it roughed in. Yeah. Then we'll go to number 3.
You go to number 3.
Yeah, number 3 green next. The one we left this morning from Roller Tillett.
Okay. So now is this one okay for the grass?
No, not yet. It's gonna take us another day to get it ready for grass.
Okay.
It's a slow process, but it got to be a good process. Yeah.
So what is next after this one?
Next, after this one, then we'll go to number 3 and put sand on it. Then we'll come back and roll it till it again. Mix this good material with the old material so it'll have a good blend. Yeah, for the root system of the grass to grow better. It'll have like an air filter into the soil so the root system can breathe better. And it'll grow gooder and it'll stay greener for a long time.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since 1964.
1964.
1964. I was 14.
And how many golf courses have you built?
I lost count of it back in 1990. It was over 175. 100 of them was new one, and 75 of them were renovation. Yeah, remodeling old courses to bring it up to a new generation standard. Yes.
Do you think you can do this in Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Benin, if you are given a contract to build a golf course?
I can do it all over the world. No matter what country God created, I can build it to the spec of God. And man to play good. Yes. I've been recommended by the highest designer in the world to shape golf courses. And the finishing right along with the designing of the golf course, or the shaping, the artwork That's the main important. The artwork of the man, eye catcher to play golf.
Mm.
Yeah. To see where he can hit his ball the farthest, and to see what distance he can go.
Apart from America, which place have you been to design a golf course?
I've been to Trinidad.
Trinidad, okay.
I've been to Africa, Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah.
And America, which of the golf courses have you been rehabilitating and
I've been
designing?
Deltona Hills. It's in Deltona, Florida, south of Daytona Beach.
Mhm.
Fort Miles, Florida, on the west coast of Florida. Hideaway Country Club. Sun and Breeze Country Club right outside of Point Gorda in South Florida. The Sun Air Country Club in Haines City, Florida. That's in Central Florida. Right off of Lake Wales. Highland Hammock is in Sebring, Florida. It's in South Florida and the Miller, Florida. The Palm Beach, West Palm Beach. I did 10 or 15 golf courses there. Ballina, Westchester.
All the golf courses you were designing, was there a challenge or not challenges?
It was a challenge.
Was a challenge. What kind of challenges were you facing?
I was facing other shapers. I was facing the architect of the designer to see can I do what he designed. And I turned out to be 110% qualified to do whatever he draw on a piece of paper, I can draw it on land.
Was it 18 holes or 9 holes? All the things, all the
things,
designs?
It didn't matter. Was it 18, 27, 36, 54 holes? It didn't matter.
You can do 54 holes?
I can do it. If it's there, if God put the earth there, the soil there, he gave me wisdom and knowledge.
I see a lot of people designing golf courses using other measurement instruments to measure, but I can see that you're always using your eye to measure what you're doing.
we'll saw cut the old grass. Now we're gonna strip it off, and we processing to put new sand on top to make a better green and to make a wider green. One side of the green is from years to years, 25, 30 years, it's settled down 1 foot on one side of the fallout of the green, of the green. And we're trying to reconstruct it to make the ball roll slow instead of rolling fast, because after 25, 30 years, green has sunk of the elevation. And so that's so it make the ball roll off the green instead of going for the cup.
So this is one of the golf courses that you have been able to do over here in Florida, Sanford. Or where are we now?
Well, we are in Daytona.
Daytona.
Right north of Daytona, which is the golf course named Halifax Plantation. Yes, I hope built this golf course back in 1991.
Yeah, so you did this golf course.
Design. I
Design.
did the shaping
The
and
shaping?
the finished product of this golf course for an architect named Bill Amy. And so we just started the renovation this morning of the putting green to make it bigger. We want the putting green to stretch out to 10,000 square feet. It was 8,000, so we put 2 more thousand square feet into the putting center to make the player much better for traction on the putting green. Yeah. And so we got some T-top to do next, but this is the first phase, the putting green and number 3 fairway green.
So how many days are you going to take to finish this?
Yeah. It'll take us about 8 days.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? All right. It'll take us about 7 to 8 days on this project. Here, then we got Motees work coming later, which will take an extra 10 days to 15 days to reconstruct the tees much better for teeing off.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll still continue.
they renovated it.
Oh, okay.
They renovated it about 8, 9 years ago.
It's like, I think like the process. You know, first we took and stripped it. Saw cut it first, then stripped it. We tilled it. After we tilled it, we washed it down. After we washed it down, then we added more sand to pick this corner up. This corner was very, very low. It was like a foot low and it was holding water in this corner. You're not supposed to hold no water on the ground. None.
So are you approaching the final stage or you're not approaching the final stage?
No, this is not the final stage. But we're close.
You're close to the final stage.
Close. We're gonna till it now. We're gonna till it. And then we're gonna box it down. Then we'll go back and see. We gotta add a little water and get it all smooth. So tomorrow, we should be on the final stage tomorrow.
Okay, the final
before grass.
before grassing. Okay, okay. So it means that you are getting closer to the final stage. You're getting.
See it.
Okay. So how many sands do you use over here? How many trips of sands?
4.
4. And the
loads.
other one too?
Other one took 8 loads.
Okay.
Then 4 here.
Okay.
All right. Get on the job.
rear. All right, Steve, we'll get all of this in.
This
another hour we'll have it roughed in. Then we'll go to number 3.
You go to number 3?
Yeah, number 3 green next. The one we left this morning from Roller.
Okay. So now is this one okay for the grass?
No, not yet. It's gonna take us another day to get it ready for grass.
Okay.
It's a slow process, but it got to be a good process.
So what is next after this one?
Next, after this one, then we'll go to number 3 and put sand on it. Then we'll come back and roller till it again. Mix this good material with the old material so it'll have a good blend. Yeah, for the root system of the grass to grow better. It'll have like an air filter into the soil so the root system can breathe better. It'll grow gooder and it'll stay greener for a long time.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since 1964.
1964.
1964. I was 14.
And how many golf courses have you built?
I lost count of it back in 1990. It was over 175. 100 of them was new ones, and 75 of them were renovation. Yeah, remodeling old courses to bring it up to a new generation standard. Yes.
Do you think you can do this in Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Benin, if you are given a contract to build a golf course?
I can do it all over the world. No matter what country God created, I can build it to the spec of God. And man to play good. Yes. I've been recommended by the highest designer in the world to shape golf courses. And the finishing right along with the designing of the golf course, or the shaping, the artwork, that's the main important. The artwork of the man eye catcher to play golf. Yeah. To see where he can hit his ball the furthest, and to see what distance he can go.
Apart from America, which place have you been to design a golf course?
I've been to Trinidad.
Trinidad, okay.
I've been to Africa, Lagos, Nigeria.
And America, which of the golf courses have you been rehabilitating and
I've been
designing?
Deltona Hills. It's in Deltona, Florida, south of Daytona Beach. Fort Miles, Florida, on the west coast of Florida. Hideaway Country Club. Sun and Breeze Country Club right outside of Point Gorda in South Florida. The Sun Air Country Club in Haines City, Florida. That's in Central Florida, right north of Lake Wales. Highland Hammock is in Sebring, Florida. It's in South Florida and the Miller, Florida. The Palm Beach, West Palm Beach. I did 10 or 15 golf courses there. Ballina, Westchester.
All the golf courses you were designing, was there a challenge or not challenges?
It was a challenge.
Was a challenge. What kind of challenges were you facing?
I was facing other shapers. I was facing the architect of the designer to see can I do what he designed. And I turned out to be 110% qualified to do whatever he draw on a piece of paper, I can draw it on land.
Was it 18 holes or 9 holes? All the things, all the
things,
designs?
It didn't matter. Was it 18, 27, 36, 54 holes? It didn't matter.
You can do 54 holes?
I can do it. If it's there, if not, it's there, it's
I see a lot of people designing golf courses using other measurement instruments to measure, but I could see that you're always using your eye to measure what you're doing.
That's my tool. Man together compass. Man together a level. Before man put together a computer. I already had it designed from in my head, in my vision to see, in my body to feel.
So right now, what is happening with what you were using the track for?
We used the tractor to scrape all the grass off after we had sod cut it. Use the sod cutter right there. Cut the grass. Cut it about 2 inches deep, you know, and then just get the tractor and just pull it off, pull it in the pile. That's what I was doing. So now I'm gonna get the skid steer in the truck, pull the truck up there. I'm gonna load the skid steer up with all that.
You're going to put the sand and then all you wait till you finish with the 2 inch. show say he's a professional man. And the golf course I want to say, no, we share any hatia. Nina, no, and oh yeah, with grading, shaping, Nina, on our irrigation, Nina, no, Kahumbi, and on my year. And you know, man, say so far, say, Obi man of golf course business, and also Obi man project. I can say, he's the best to do a golf course, and in Ghana and in Africa. So we share how they started about 3 days now. They started on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and up to now they are doing 2 of the places the Waha. It's you know, I don't pay me say over America now pay good golf course, and I say Upo Biamana golf course Papa Maudia, Mr. Scott, and Ube to me and Yana. But I'm saying that he's a professional man, and Scott landscaping and grading are the best. So if Africa wants somebody to do a golf course, I recommend Mr. Scott to all the entire nation for any golf course, championship golf course, or any other golf course. You can just write to Mr. Scott. You know, go to our website, Scott Landscaping and Grading. That's our website. You can get Mr. Scott there. Now, when I chatted, but I'm saying that he's doing the best job. Everybody around is so happy about how he's going about his daily business activities and even the work that he's doing. He takes joy in doing that. So I am saying that look for Mr. Scott. He's the best engineer, best landscaping, best land grading and everything.